There comes a time in every person's life when after they've finished an episode of TV, they realize that what they are watching is truly the definition of generational TV. And when it came to this Pegnuin series, I knew after the very first episode that we were watching something beyond generational. That we were truly about to witness something that only comes around once a generation, every blue moon, however you want to put it. There have been legendary shows. We have seen plenty of them. Breaking Bad, The Wire, Sopranos, Game of Thrones, Succession, etc. So many of them out there, right? Mad Men. So many of them out there. True Detective, Season 1. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be supremely honest with you. Not only does the Pegnuin hold up to all of those, but I'm going to be honest with you. If for whatever reason this is supposed to be a limited series, so as it stands right now, this is it. This is all we got. And as it stands, this is the literal definition of generational television. If we never get another season of this is truly this is right next to True Detective. It's not above, it's not below, it's right next to. Literally, they're S tier TV. Best season 1s I've ever seen in my life. Or I guess technically it wouldn't be next to True Detective if it doesn't get a season 2. But however, regardless of one season of television, it is the best. It is the best. Comic book, drama, whatever other category you want to put this show into, it's the best. If not one of them. And if it is one of them, it is in the top 3 of all categories. Performances included. Ladies and gentlemen, the Emmys better just go ahead and give this show everything because they are truly coming for it all. They've already came for it honestly, they came for it 2 episodes in, but the more that they just had to keep releasing episodes and it just got better and better and better and better. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Pegnuin. Hey guys, it's your guy in the chair here, and this is my review for the Pegnuin, or it'll be a spoiler-filled review for the Pegnuin, just because there's no way I can talk about all 8 of these episodes without getting into spoilers, so you have been warned. But this will not be me going, episode by episode, going over every single detail. I'm just going over things that I mainly want to talk about, specifically talking about the finale included. But starting with, how can we not start with the man who played Oswald Cobblepot, Colin Farrell himself? When this man showed up in the Batman as the Penguin, we all literally said to ourselves, 1, that is the best makeup I've ever seen on the Penguin. They did a phenomenal job. Can't even tell that's Colin Farrell. But after the Batman, you were like, even though Colin Farrell's in the movie for maybe 4 or 5 minutes, that is some of the best 4 or 5 minutes in the movie. Yes, Colin Farrell showed up and showed the fuck out, and he did enough to where he can get his own series. Colin Farrell in this series has truly reached the S tier of comic book casting, because not only does this man truly embody the Penguin in every way fathomable, whatever, that word. Not only does he do all of that, but this man delivered a performance that I truly think was one of my favorite of the decade. And what is even more brilliant about not only his performance, but a testament to the writing in this show, he is so likable in the beginning of the series. You are literally rooting for this guy. By the end of it, and Colin Farrell tried to warn us all, he said, I would be surprised if anybody liked Oz. Oz is literally public enemy number 1. After episode 8, Oz is public enemy number 1, and I think all of us, every single person who is going to spend their money on the Batman 2, I think all of us need that opening credit sequence to literally be Batman showing up and beating the living fuck out of Penguin. Literally, beating this man to a pulp to where has to be in Arkham Asylum for weeks, no, months, maybe a year. Just beat him in a coma. Literally beat the ever-living fuck out of this dude for what he did to Vic. But we'll talk about Vic later. Colin Farrell, as I said, truly gave one of the most generational performances I've seen in my life. I'm not gonna lie to you, truly. Like I'm not over exaggerating. Colin Farrell really delivered one of the best performances I've ever seen in my life. This is truly the embodiment of a villain, and the writing on top of that. This is not one of those anti-hero Sony shits that we've been getting. No, this is DC saying, no, this is a bad guy who has human qualities, capabilities, of course, but he tucks all of those away and does whatever he has to do to throw away his human side to truly be the evil, snarly, snot-nosed MFer that we have gotten to know in this show, and he pulls it off emphatically. He does it so damn well, especially by the finale. The whole interaction between Sophia, his mom, and Colin himself, where Pegnuin himself, where Pegnuin is literally doing everything he can to not tell his mother the truth. Literally kept just saying like, "Yo, Ma, like, I didn't kill my brothers. I didn't do it. I didn't do it." Like, I don't know what she's talking about. They're literally about to cut his mom's finger off. And Sophia's like, wow, you will really go to any length to just not say anything. And that's honestly why Falcone hired him in the first place. But regardless, it was a spectacular moment. Look, there are so many moments in this season I don't even know whether to call it a season or a series, because they are thinking about making a season 2, which how could you not? This show did dumb numbers, and it's so good. But there are so many moments in this season where, like, honestly, I just kept getting more and more impressed. Like, I didn't think, like, my expectations could be raised or higher, but every time an episode came out, my expectations got higher and higher, and somehow Colin Farrell kept surpassing them. They were, like, literally from the very jump. The beginning of the show is truly what told us that what we are about to witness is a man that will literally do anything to sit on top of the throne. He will literally weasel his way out of any situation. It's so cool to see Oz literally talk himself out of anything. And at some point in time, I'm literally thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, at some point in time, every single one of these villains literally say, Oz, you talk too much. You always know how to talk yourself out of a situation. These people always try to act like they're smarter than Oz by pointing out the fact that he talks himself out of everything. Yet somehow, some way, they still let him talk himself out of all these situations. It's crazy how he gets out of these, but it's very consistent throughout the show. So it actually becomes pretty believable at points. There is one factor in this show I do want to talk about that kind of irked me. It was literally the only thing I felt like for the level of threat that was happening in this show. I know everything was more so happening between crime families in this show, but like the amount of bodies that were dropping, important crime families that were dying, and bombs literally being let off in the middle of the street during the daytime, it made me ask myself, where the fuck is Batman? However, the ending to this show actually kind of solved that, because I guess in order to truly be on Batman's radar, you have to be of that sort of importance. Now Pegnuin is. And that's why the bat signal went up at the end of the series. And that's why in the Batman 2, we're going to see Batman kick the shit out of Pegnuin, which is going to be awesome. But regardless, the Pegnuin, literally from episode 1 to episode 8, was non-stop, ramped up, intense-ass TV. Generational TV, as I said. But it was truly something to behold. Now, I can talk about Colin Farrell all day, so let me get to the woman who at times I truly felt like stole the show from Oz. Kristen Milioti as Sophia Falcone, one of the best antagonists. She was a very well-written character. She was portrayed perfectly. I don't think anybody truly could have done it better than Kristen Milioti herself. And this girl has been around a long time. She is the mom from How I Met Your Mother. I don't know how many of you know about the show A to Z out there. It was on NBC a long time ago, but it was damn good. She's in Palm Springs, one of the best rom-coms on Hulu, next to Rye Lane. She's also in, I think that show's called Made to Love on HBO, which is actually not that bad. Billy Magnussen's in that show too. But here, Kristen Milioti has truly arrived. She has shown that she's always been the immense talent we always thought she was. If you followed her work up until now, if not, go back and watch it because the girl is stupendously talented. But her as Sophia Falcone was amazing. And episode 4 is probably a top 3 episode in this entire series, and it has maybe a little bit to do with that dress. It actually maybe a lot of it to do with that dress, but it is still a phenomenally written episode. I mean, I truly think she already had her Emmy in the bag way before episode 4. Honestly, I know I'm over exaggerating here, but from the first moment she literally appeared in the frame behind Oz, and everybody was like, "What are you guys looking at?" And they just zoomed in, or they focus framed on her, Sophia Falcone. I said, yeah, Kristen Miliotti's here to do some damage. I think she is coming for an Emmy. And she deserves more than that, but that's all she can get is an Emmy. She absolutely delivered. She over-delivered. Everybody over-delivered. This is the Gotham that we all need in our lives right now. Just the dark, gritty, underground, uncut type version of Gotham that we just truly need for this version of Batman that we have. Matt Reeves has truly created an immensely beautiful universe, and it's dark as hell. Can't really see unless you turn all the lights off, but it is a beautiful Gotham, and this is a great environment. And beyond that, Vic. Before I talk about Vic's fate, I just want to say, I think his name is Renzi Feliz. My God, dude. First of all, shout out to Marvel's Runaways. If you know him from Marvel's Runaways, you are a real one. But this here was his best performance easily. I'm so glad he got to be in something like this because he was so good in the Runaways, and that show didn't necessarily get the justice that it deserved. But this performance here from him as Vic, especially in the finale, especially when you truly see all the things that he's learned from Oz up until this point. Oz even gave him that big little speech in the bathroom when Vic wanted to walk out and possibly just, go on the bus with his girlfriend, which we now know he should have just gotten on the damn bus. But even the entire finale episode, where everything that Oz has taught him up until then, he was from the very jump. He had Oz's back. He was rounding up troops, talking crazy to mobsters, calling them weak, all because Oz had taught him all of these things. He's even handling business, literally pointing a gun at Sophia. Like, Vic has truly turned into that dude. And Oz took that from us. Oz took that from us. He took that from all of us. And I lie to you not. The opening credits to the next Batman movie needs to literally just be, the opening scene needs to be Penguin getting his ass whooped by Batman. And then the opening credits don't even need to say the Batman 2. We can save that for the end title. The opening credits need to say for Vic. And I promise you'll probably get that'll be one of the biggest standing ovations a movie has ever gotten since Avengers Endgame. Or whatever movie got an 8-minute standing ovation last year, which I'm pretty sure it's still pretty exaggerated. But regardless, that needs to be the opening to the next Batman movie. R.I.P. Vic. But let's talk about the finale. Let's just get right into it. Let's get into the amazing finale. No. Actually, it was beyond amazing. There has only been one finale. I'm trying to truly think, because TV finales are very important, and I want to choose my words carefully. There's only been one finale that has truly floored me the way that this one did, and it was Succession season 4 finale. Or the series finale to Succession. The series finale to Succession is one of the best finales I've ever seen in my life. And I literally, to this day, it's one of the best finales to a television show ever. This is right next to it. If this is truly what the finale is if this is truly the series ending to the Penguin story, or to the Penguin series, it's one of the best series finales I've ever gotten. It is truly an hour and 13 minutes. I'm sorry, not an hour 30. Hour and 13 minutes of straight generational television. It is beyond words. It is beyond what our imaginations could think. Now, a lot of us, if you paid attention to the show, you knew that Vic's fate was coming. Like, you knew this dude Oz literally slimes whoever he needs to in his path for whatever reason. And honestly, the reason that he had to slime Vic for family purposes, because they got too close, it's more heartbreaking than anything I possibly could have came up with for why he was going to kill Vic. I knew Vic was not going to make it through this show. Because everybody thinking, is Vic a character? Is Vic a famous villain? No, Vic is just Vic. And Vic ain't nobody. Well, he was gonna be somebody, but Oz made sure that didn't happen. But look, I'm telling you guys, man, like the entire scene, going back to that entire sequence between Oz, Sophia, and his mom, and also his mom was truly one of the most underrated performances in this entire show. I think she really got the respect she deserved in the last 3 episodes. She completely killed it. But the entire interaction between them, and you truly see Oz be put at a point where he understands that if his family can be, if the people that he loves can be taken and they can get to him that way, that makes him vulnerable, that makes him weak. He can't have that. He can't have things like that. And it was truly heartbreaking to see him come to that realization and he killed Vic in a very Godfather 2 kind of way, if you caught that similarity. I mean, it has a lot of similarities to Mobsters, Sopranos, and, Boardwalk Empire, stuff like that, and Godfather references too. But it truly took him out Godfather Part 2 style. It was so heartbreaking. But honestly, I think, guys, what truly broke me even more is his mom's fate. His mother, as much as she despised him, as we came to all find out the entire series, which I will address in a second, as much as she despised him, she asked one thing of this dude. She said, when it gets to a point where my sickness has me sitting here acting like a vegetable, please pull the plug on me. Don't let me be up here sitting like one of these old people who can't do anything for themselves, who can't piss for themselves, or who have to literally sit there and piss and shit on themselves all day and have to be changed. Don't let me be one of those. Oz literally let her be. Not only did he let her be one of those, on top of that, he said, it's everything you ever wanted, Ma. Everything you ever wanted, Ma. That broke me, having to see his mother like that. And beyond that, the entire build-up to what happened to Oz's brothers, and just the entire build-up to how in the beginning you're truly thinking this mother-son dynamic between Oz and his mom is truly the heartbeat of this entire show, the heartbeat of his motivations, which it is the heartbeat for him. She's his entire world, always has been, always will be. But you're thinking it's vice versa on the other side. You think that's how his mom feels. That's never how she felt. And everything in the finale literally just becomes like glass shattering moments where it's like the reality you thought it was, it really wasn't. Oz makes all this shit up on his own. He runs with his own narratives, and watching him completely snap and lose it after his mom stabs him in the stomach and completely just goes off on him, watching Oz snap and just go fucking superhuman was crazy. Everything, every element, every aspect, everything that makes this show what it was beyond what words can put together. Clearly, because I can't get myself together trying to describe it. But guys, the Penguin is truly the definition of generational television. R.I.P. to Vic. Cannot stress that enough. Clancy Brown, who played Salvatore Maroni, phenomenal. All the actors and actresses in this show were phenomenal. The dude who plays Sophia's doctor, he plays one of the villains in Luke Cage. He kind of, I ain't gonna cap to you, he kind of annoys me. And I really think it's just the way he delivers lines. And it's literally the same way every time. Like it's just with that very rusty, dusty, crusty ass voice. And I don't know, it kind of irks me a little bit. But however, guys, the writing in this show is ridiculous, because truly it has you thinking certain things up until a certain point. It has you thinking certain ways that things are going to go, but you never truly, there's always, the way that this writing sets up everything so beautifully is there's always a curtain behind the curtain. When a certain point is revealed, when they show a certain plot point that you think you know where this is going next, there's another curtain just right there ready to surprise you because you don't know what they have in store. This is S-tier television here. And beyond that, This is not only up there with some of the best superhero / comic book projects. This is truly, honestly, everything I could have wanted this series to be, and a million times more. Colin Farrell, I can't say enough about him, deserves all the awards. Truly deserves all the awards. I just could not truly believe what I was witnessing after maybe like 5 episodes, because it was just consistent. For me, the show never fell off. It only really, at least like maybe maybe 2 episodes weren't as good as the other ones, but the other ones were probably like 9 on like an IMDb scale of rating television. All of the episodes were 9.5 or higher, except for maybe 2, and those were 9s. That's almost damn near impossible to do. And honestly, the finale, as far as the finale goes, it's a perfect 10 out of 10. It's truly something I've never witnessed before in my life. It was truly something to be in awe of. I absolutely adored every second of it. Guys, I truly think what Matt Reeves is on to here will be some of the best superhero content we've ever gotten. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. This series has, okay, let me get my words together, but one thing I do want to credit again to the writing is the fact that they did not shy away from making this guy a villain. I have to credit the writing because they did not shy away from making this guy an asshole. Beyond an asshole. He's a dick munch. He is a terrible fucking person. I loved when and there is a point in the time where the story fully went into that. Like I said, in the beginning of the show, he's a truly likable guy. You're rooting for him. You love the dynamic between him and Vic. But as he continues to truly weasel his way and slime his way through more and more things, you truly see him slowly starting to develop into a person who truly cannot care anymore. He cannot have any morals. He cannot have any values. He cannot have any connections, like as far as like personal family members. He can't have people out there he loves because he needs to be evil. He needs to be just absolutely maniacally evil. This is the definition of an evil person, and I loved how the writing fully dove into that by the end of this series. I am begging you, Matt Reeves, while you have the Batman name, trademark, whatever, while you are dealing with Batman stuff, can you please do Mr. Freeze justice? I don't know if you got to give him a series. I don't know if you're going to put him in a movie. Please do Mr. Freeze justice, because I promise you, if y'all allow Matt Reeves to do Mr. Freeze right, he will be the best written villain ever. Better than Joker. I am not lying to you. But guys, look, the Penguin is, like I said many times, the definition of generational television. It is truly something to be in awe of from episode 1 through 8. If you have the opportunity to be able to binge all 8 episodes, I am truly jealous. I am truly jealous of you. Like, you guys are lucky. But I mean, I have the opportunity to binge it now as well. But being able to binge this for the first time and really get these episodes back to back to back, and you don't have to wait, you are in for something special. It's probably one of the best binges you're ever going to have. But overall, guys, the Penguin is... I think it's truly beyond anybody's... I don't think anybody expected the Penguin to be this good. It's better than you think. It's better than all of us. It's better than anybody thought. Nobody thought... I really don't think there's a single person out there that thought this show was going to be as good as it was. But it is on S-tier levels of television and some of the best I've ever seen. And you guys just got to let me know in the comments what you think. That is my thoughts on the Penguin. Please let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about the characters' fates, the performances, what you expecting to see in Batman Part 2, what you want to see in Batman Part 2. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff and so much more. Look, this is your guy in the chair. More content coming to you soon.